More to the game. What's good? What's good? Big Trey back. I know it's been a minute. I'm actually disappointed because I was supposed to get you guys some interviews. I wanted to get some interviews from the women's side of sports. I wanted to interview some women's basketball players, women's volleyball players. Some people got sick. Some people just canceled. Some people didn't respond. I tried, couldn't make it happen. I apologize. Hopefully, I can get some interviews to you guys going forward later on in the summer. But for right now, we back to the basics, back to talking about the overseas life. If you didn't know, I finished up my season in Luxembourg not too long ago. I'm back home in Alabama right now. In the off season, chilling, resting, all that good stuff. But the grind never stops. I'm gonna get back to working out very, very soon. And I'm excited, really excited. Got my jersey on. I got my jersey on from the past season. I wore number 12 this year. I tried to put on number 12 to put on for the 12. That's my county, Chambers County. That's where I'm from. The 12. That's what our county tag number is, and that's what we go by. We're from the 12 out this way. Today's video is gonna be about rating Luxembourg. I did a similar video last year when I was in Georgia. I rated Georgia on a scale of 1 to 10. Could not use 7. I'm gonna do this in a 2-part series. Today I'm gonna talk about playing in Luxembourg and rating that part. And the next part, I'm going to talk about living in Luxembourg, which is a whole different segment that I had to give light to. And that's a lot to cover in terms of living there because they have a lot going on, a lot of cool things about the country. Let's get right into it. First thing we're going to rate is the competition. I'm going to rate the competition on a scale of 1 to 10 at a 4. I was in the second division in Luxembourg. We won the second division. The team will move up next season to play in the first division. So that had a big factor into it. But also, I didn't know before I signed the deal was that Luxembourg basketball is not fully professional. I'm fully professional, but my teammates are not, and majority of the league is not. So how it works in Luxembourg is that you have, at this point, 2 professional players, and then everyone else are local guys. You also can have one other import player from a different country. I had a teammate that was from Germany, so I had me from the States. I had a roommate for the first half of the year that was from Canada, and the second half of the year that was from Australia. And we had our German guy that was not professional, but was also an import player. So you get 3 players from a foreign country, 2 professional, meaning they get paid, full regular salaries, and that's their only job. And everyone else that plays for the team actually works a job, and they probably actually make more than us because Luxembourg got a lot of money. But that's neither here nor there. Luxembourg definitely had fun playing there. Competition obviously can only be so good when it's only 2 professional players on each team. And, these guys have other priorities in their life. They can only practice so much. They have jobs to work, family to take care of. We had a great team. My guys, my guys were really good, had great shooters, guys that played tough, played hard, played together. And that's why we won the league with first place, and the team will be moving up to the first division next season. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I rated competition Luxembourg 4. If I was in the first division, I would probably have a different answer, but being that I was in the second division, I'm rated as a 4. Next thing up to rate is the style of play. I'm going to rate the style of play in Luxembourg I'll rate the style of play in Luxembourg a 5. I cannot rate the style of play so highly just because the fact that you only have 2 professional players, there's going to be a lot of double and triple teams. Referees may not give those professional players the same calls they would give to the non-professional players. The coaches as well aren't necessarily professional. My coach was. So their schemes can be very interesting. Very interesting. And their adjustments not always there. But like I said, I was, on the championship winning team, so I had, not too many complaints about anything like that. But facing double teams, sometimes triple teams, or zones where they pack it in and dare guys to shoot is definitely tough to play in. But we played a good style of basketball, team-oriented style of basketball. The fact that there's only 2 professional players made things a little weird in terms of how the game was played. So I'll rate it a 5. Next thing we gotta rate is the referees. My favorite people in the world. I wish I looked at the Georgia video before I recorded this one because I gotta rate it less than Georgia because the referees in Luxembourg, man, There's only 2 of them out there. I'm gonna rate them a 2. A lot of referees, they just don't know the right calls. They call things very inconsistent. Um, they they don't be paying attention, and then they get tempers when you question them. Or like, I know when I first got out there in the preseason, at the very last game of the preseason, one referee, I made a foul. It wasn't on purpose, but it seemed like a dirty play in his eyes because I chucked someone on a rebound, but I missed their chest and hit him in the neck. So he just automatically thought I was a bad person, messed up guy. I could just feel it in his vibe and how he looked at me and refereed me. I ended up fouling out that game and getting a T after getting fouled out. Like, but he was after me the rest of that game, even though it was a preseason game. But yeah, referees in Luxembourg definitely are not good. They should have their license revoked. They are terrible. I know I probably always sound like I'm complaining about referees, but I mean, just do your job. Like when you got coaches that have to continuously send in film of referees missing calls or not knowing the right call here or there, like it's bad. I mean, my coach was trying to teach me how to do like the 0-step, since that's legal in FIBA rules and NBA rules. I did not attempt it in a game, and I think if I did attempted it, I would have got called for a travel, even though it's in the rules. But I can't expect too much out of them. They have other priorities, and it is what it is. So yeah, rated the referees a 2. Last thing to rate on today's list is the pay. As a professional basketball player, you're not doing this for shits and giggles. You want to get paid. And I would say that Luxembourg, at least for my situation, the pay was pretty good, especially for the level it was at, the competition, the size of the country. Like, the pay was pretty good. So I'm going to rate the pay based on everything that goes into Luxembourg. I would rate that a 9. I'll rate that a 9. But yeah, that 9 is not saying that, they pay $1 million. That 9 is because based on the level it's at, it pays very good for that. And, all the things that you need to pay for in terms of like housing, they take care of, car they provide, and the quality of life there is good, and the pay supports that quality of life, even though it's expensive prices. Like, the pay is good. And that was definitely a great perk for playing in Luxembourg. Even though it was second division, even though it's not fully professional, that was definitely a great perk. And I enjoyed my time there. I enjoyed playing there. Maybe I come back next season. Who knows? It's not for me to decide. That's for the higher powers to decide. But this is Big Trey signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, follow us on social media. Coming back with part 2 very soon from when you see this video. But I'm out of here for now.